Lighting's going to be horrible, but please bear with me. Nobody's been here to fully explain how to take the airbag out of a E39 sport wheel. Everyone has been there for the base model and the sports, just not the M5 wheels. So I'm going to explain it to you. This is a E46 M Sport wheel, and then this is like the actual E39 M5 wheel that is on my car. As you can see, I got in a wreck, and this is just it blown out. I mean, there's literally nothing there. I just tucked it in. But pretty much you're going to have slots on the back of the wheel. You can see them on the sides, right behind where the buttons are. You will stick it in. Everyone says just to go through like the back of it, but that doesn't actually fully work or get explained well. But you have this pin right here that you want to, as best as you can at least, pry over. And then that gives you, see how it moves? That gives you room to be able to pull the clips out of the back of the airbag, which look like this. The way that they go in are going to be these clips that move, but if you grab a hold of it, make sure your battery is disconnected. You will move it over with this, and then it just follows the back of it. It's so much easier. Once you actually get one side out, it works so much easier. For anyone struggling or just can't figure it out, when you put it in, the first pin you're going to hit is going to be the one that's locked in place. It is not going to do a single thing. So if you're going through the back, you want to reach this pin that'll be sticking up. But if you can finesse it and you don't fully care about your wheel ripping on the back, which I ripped this one, and you honestly, you can barely tell. Like, it's genuinely ripped all the way down. You won't be able to see it unless I stick something in there. Try to catch this one from the back, because all of this is just open space. You're going to stick it in almost touching the wheel where it's barely in. It'll get you flat through here, like completely flat. You then wiggle it back, and as you can see, the first thing I'm hitting is that pin. As long as you have it flat, and it honestly helps if it's sideways so you can actually catch it, you will boom, it'll go back, boom, pushes over, it'll come right out. You just gotta wiggle the airbag over, pop. Same with the other side. If you can get both sides to actually go at the same time and get the airbag pulled out, you're an absolute genius. I haven't had that luck at all. And that's what we're going to fight with on this wheel. As you can see, I've already popped the tabs off this airbag. I just bought this wheel for 80 bucks on Marketplace, which still means I have to fight with this one, but I at least have a reference. These clips literally just put a flat head in there, pops up, pull out. There's two of them for the airbag, and then these are electrical ones that go to the actual inside of the wheel to make your buttons work and everything. I'm also in the process of taking the buttons out because I want to try to undo the actual buttons and put them into this wheel, because as you can see, with very good detail, mine are just worn in the wrong spots. Like, it's just kind of annoying. For the last 3 people I've talked to about doing these, it took them over 30 minutes per side. Unless you get it first try, which is very unlikely with the M5 wheel. Got it out, and I put it back in just to show you guys, because I wanted to test my luck well enough. I have someone recording me, so this makes it easier. You'll look in the back here. You're going to have your slot right here where my finger is. Make sure that your wiper blade switch is all the way up so you have the clearance. Once you go in, you'll wiggle it. You'll feel the back of the inside of the wheel. You just mess with it enough, you'll feel it catch. That's going to be that pin that you need. So if you look here, I push the pin in after I actually find the correct pin, which took me about 50 tries. I'm going to do this one take on the phone. I love how I found it immediately the first, like, 2 times I did it, and I cannot find it. That's so lovely. Okay, there we go. Oh, I slipped off. How lovely. Okay, there we go. I hit it. I caught it. I'm holding. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is getting annoying. Please just stay. There we go. Okay. Boom. And it came out just barely, but it is out. So then I come to the other side. This is where your other screwdriver comes handy. Wherever it's at. Where's the other screwdriver? Okay. The best thing to do is if you have another flathead, which I just found, have it holding where this does not come out. That'll make it so much easier. However, you can figure out how to do it. That looks like it's gonna hold because it'll put tension where it can't go back in because the gap's too small. You feel the same thing on the other side. I put my blinker up because it'll just hold it. All it does is turn the other lighting on. Okay, back to the practice wheel because of the fact that I can't figure out how to do it. Stick the screwdriver in. You'll feel, oh dude. Screwdriver in flat. You go back. Oh, it is harder on this wheel too. Good. Why is it so stiff? I think I got it, chat. I think I got it.
All right, chat.
Just so you guys know, this is definitely my editing skills for you because that just took me about, what's the time on it?
8 minutes.
That took me 8 minutes to do. The first side was about 30 seconds, so YouTube will probably actually get the full version. All right, we're gonna flip this wheel or the airbag over. Yeah, totally the wheel. Start with the yellow one. You literally just pry, pop. It comes right out. Same with the other one. Pry, pop, comes right out. And there's both our blown airbag and our good airbag. So for the button swap, in which I will do in this video, you're gonna have a screw right where my finger is on both sides. It is a Torx 20 bit. I'm literally using my $7 Harbor Freight kit. It is, I think, the smallest size that it comes with. I am missing one. And an extendo with an adapter, which this is also Pittsburgh Harbor Freight, which was like $15 for a whole kit. So I have these two out already. On the back, you got to finesse it in and make sure it catches. As you can see, that is caught. And then it literally just spins out. It should just be pop, pop, yep. Then you'll have your, but it just pulls out. So I have my nice handy dandy screwdriver that just spawned here. Definitely didn't have camber one to come get it, and I don't want to lose it. T20, this is how you take the inner controls out. You're gonna have in the wheel, which these are German spec. It's called Guten tight. You know, it's really good and tight. I just did that with my fingers, by the way, getting this undone. Then you have two on the back of your wheel. no need for extension if it's in the car, because I'm not taking the steering wheel off. And same thing, just like on here, you have your 2, and then it comes out. The steering wheel, I've fully rebuilt this car, mind you guys. You can check in the other videos. I have a video up of me completely rebuilding this car from what should have been totaled out, and taking out the dang airbag and steering wheel controls has been the hardest thing for me to do out of everything I've done in the car. The radio, which, shout out Eonin for the radio, literally took me 30 minutes, and the biggest part was because I had a 2-piece CD changer, just getting that undone, which, as you can tell, I broke a clip for the dash. It kind of hangs a little bit if you pay enough attention to it. That was actually only like an hour of work, and half of that was trying to figure out how to connect stuff together, because I didn't know. Okay, there we go. We are finally in. I can't spin it. I love how I just lose tools under myself. I'm going to put my electronical leg controls in. And then it literally is just... I'm catching on something. Oh, maybe the one I didn't take all the way out. That would make sense right now. Oh, seems legit. Oh. For the bolts, because I do not want to lose them. That's all the bolts are, which are ironically the exact same, so it doesn't really matter what you do with. This is going to have to happen if you're going to cloth wrap your wheel. This is how you're going to have to get it. This is its bare form. And as you can see, it's still on the car. I'm doing it correct this time. As you guys can see, we're going to have a bunch of 10, to be exact, of these little, watch, it's not the right, oh, it is the right one. 10 little Phillips. So by the time we get all of those out in about 15 years, you guys will be able to see. Okay, now we can take out our last 2 T20s to disconnect the upper from the lower. Then we have a whole nother side to do. Why am I using this when none of these are ratchet tight? A little leverage will do. And knowing me, I'll probably actually end up breaking the side that I gotta put in.
It's hot.
That's why it shut off. Those are about the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pause it again. So we have our button control disconnected from our lower half of the wheel. This is what we're keeping. I'll probably end up having to do this when I suede wrap it, but it's okay. At least I know now, and I will have my own video to come back to. We're setting that aside because I don't want to lose any of those pieces. But we have a whole nother side to do. This one, though, I already broke half of it, so my job is pretty easy. 4, 1 T20. When I say this is literally just hand tight, this is literally what I mean. It was that simple. You want to hook in to these bottom hooks. Make sure it is lined up the best you can. And then we're just going to start adding some screws. And we can slowly make our adjustments after that. Alright, so for you that may run into the issue, this came out and my button was not working. So It's a matter of getting it back into its original position. Okay, they're both set in their buenos. Now we just got to get the buttons set in there. Make sure it works just by feeling it. Mind you, I'm doing this at 10 o'clock at night with literally just ambient lighting. So you guys should be able to do this in the day. Fairly simple. As you can see, all the buttons work now. It was literally just a plastic piece that quit working. But this is the new front. Now we'll be able to put this back into the wheel and then get our airbag situated. I forgot to connect the connection, but on the flip side of that, I'm sure if it goes in here some way, I'll be able to figure it out. Just to make sure it works, I'm turning the key on. Actually, I'm going to start the car. Almost didn't start right there. And I'm gonna hit my cruise control, because if the cruise control works, which you can see the light come on and off on the dash, that means that mostly everything will work. The binds, I'm not quite sure about. They didn't work on the other one. I'm just glad to not have worn buttons. So that's the only thing I was really worried about. I was gonna say something else, I forgot. But back to the wheel. I'm sorry if hearing might get a little bit hard for the fact that the car started and it's got an exhaust on it. You want to make sure that that's pushed in. You have your two plugs here for the airbag. You want to disconnect your battery before putting a charged one in, or you're going to end up at square one. And does an airbag in your face hurt? I may or may not know. To the green, the black connector to the black. Push the tab down to lock it. After that's connected and your logo is up, you're just going to pop and it'll pop directly in. So the next video will be adding a body kit to the car, hopefully. So like, subscribe, and follow the TikTok and Instagram. Same as the YouTube, stuntin_530. All right, and after literally 2 hours struggling and recording a YouTube video for it, it's the same wheel, but we have the airbag and we have new buttons, because if we come back here, the one I just gave her for hers, she's got to buy an airbag, is the buttons out of mine. Literally one wear spot is what pissed me off. And then the fork, because mine says M, and I like that one a little bit better. It's just a lower, literally a plastic piece. They use the same hardware. So if she would like to get one like mine, she literally just buys the lower. But hopefully, after getting an airbag, this one will bolt right into her car, and she'll have a sports facelift wheel.